Today we're upgrading a sound system on a 2011 BMW M3. We're going to be replacing all the component speakers and adding an amplifier and an audio control system as well to interface the factory head unit. The speakers that we're using is a speaker called Audio Systems. It's actually a kit that's made for the BMW, and it has a matching crossover that goes right where the factory crossover is located. And the tweeter's actually housed in a small triangle here, and that actually replaces the factory tweeter without modifying the car whatsoever. Right now we're gutting the rest of the speakers, carefully gutting that is. The side panels are off, as you can see. And what's unique about this interior is it has speakers on the back deck by the back window, and it also has them on the side panels. So we have two sets of mid-range tweeters for the rear. And they're going to be the audio system because they drop right in and fit without altering the car. So here's what the finished rear side panel looks like. Woofer drops right in there, and then there's additional crossover parts that get installed that are going to live behind the panel. And then from the front view, there's the tweeter, and you can see it's a total factory look. Well, we stripped the driver's side interior panels from the trunk to expose the factory amplifier, which is down here. The factory amplifier is going to have to remain because it's connected using fiber optics. What we're going to add to it is this audio control LC6i that ties the stock amp in to an Arc Audio 5-channel Class D amplifier that'll run the whole system and pretty much triple the power. Now the next stage of the job is to install the subwoofers. The factory subwoofers are actually located under the two front seats, and Nestor's trying to carefully remove the front seat so we can get to the woofer without having to unhook the airbag wire so we don't get an airbag light on. Now that we have the seat back, you can see where the factory 8-inch woofer is under the seat right here. What we're going to replace it with is an Audio Systems woofer that'll have a lot better handling power and have a lot better bass response. And it's a real slim speaker. If you flip it over, it's got a tiny magnetic structure because the enclosure is real shallow, and you can see the magnet's actually inverted on the factory speaker. So there's the audio control unit that we've installed. It's going to go on the wall. And it's going to be hidden by the carpet, and the amplifier is going to eventually get installed down there. And as you can see, we've got all our wires from the factory system feeding the audio control LC6i. And now finally we've got the amp in place. It's a real small 5-channel amp, and it's got a lot of power, and it actually fits perfect right in this little corner right above the on top of the factory amp. And really, you don't lose hardly any trunk space whatsoever. And finally, the finished product. Everything else is hidden except for an Arc Audio amplifier that's in the corner there. All the wires are neatly tucked away, and that's our BMW M3 installation.